Hey, what's up YouTube? Stacking and Packing here with another 2-box half-dollar hunt. So $1,000 and half-dollars to go through. Both boxes are going to be NF Training Sun rolls. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So box number 1, we're going to have 6 semi-heavy rolls and we're going to have 4 slightly heavy rolls. Box number 2 is where it gets interesting. So box number 2, we're going to have 3 heavy rolls up top over here. Heaviest is a 227.1. Then we get to a 226.6 and a 226.5. Then we move over to an ender roll. When we were loading up the boxes at our bank in the parking lot, I noticed this peeking through one of the holes in the box, a 1965 40%er. And then when I was going through the rest of the box, we have this, and that might look a little odd to you guys. That's because it's a quarter. So it looks like maybe someone possibly hammered this one or a train ran over it. So that ended up in a half-dollar roll. Then we have 6 semi-heavy rolls and we have 7 slightly heavy rolls. So it seems like we're gonna have a decent box. We also got 2 more boxes from that bank, so that'll be another video, but I weighed those rolls up and it seems like those are gonna have some heavy rolls in them as well. So that's awesome. That bank actually ordered 4 boxes for me since my last order did not come, so I was very happy with that. So let's go ahead and open up roll number 1 of box number 1, see if we can pull anything out. If not, I'll go ahead and get into the box. Maybe we'll do 3 rolls live, being that we don't have too many heavy rolls in box number 1. So that's nothing there. We'll do 3 rolls live here for you guys. And just going to double check, that's 1971. So I'm not seeing anything in that roll. Let's get into roll number 3. Then we'll go ahead and cut off. I'll go through the box. I'll pull you guys in for our first find, or I'll bring you guys in for those heavy rolls. But I'm not seeing anything yet in roll number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and double check all these rolls, make sure we didn't miss anything, and I'll bring you guys in for our first find. Okay guys, so we are on roll number 22 and we're going to have our first find. And you guys can probably see it right there. I did take a peek already. We've got a silver. It's a 1967 40% silver. So we'll take that, add it to the board. And hopefully we can pull out one more before we get into those heavy rolls. So box number 1 is going to have silver for the board. So we'll take it. I'm going to go ahead and open up one more roll live here. And then we'll go ahead and get into the rest of the box. And I'm not seeing anything in that very next roll. That's just a dirty coin. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut off here. I'll keep going and I'll bring you guys in for the next find. Okay guys, so we are on roll number 31 and we're gonna have our next find here. Now this one I didn't look at yet. As you can tell, it's gonna be a 40%er. So let's go ahead and pull it out and see what we've got. And it's a 1968 Denver. So we'll take it. That's silver number 2 for the board. And it has a nice reverse as well. So 2 silvers for box number 1. So we got that second silver that we were asking for. So let's go ahead and crack open that very next roll and see if we can pull out anything from that roll. And I'm not seeing anything in this roll. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the rest of the box. See if we can pull anything else out before we get into those heavy rolls. If we do, I'll bring you guys in for that. Okay guys, so we already got 2 silvers for the box. So let's go ahead and get into our heavy rolls and see if we can pull any out in any of these heavy rolls. We're going to start with our slightlies, and this one's going to weigh up at 225.8. And I'm not seeing anything in roll number 1 of our heavy rolls. So let's go ahead and keep it moving. We're going to have a 225.9. And I'm not seeing anything in this roll. So far, both of our silvers were pulled out from regular weighted rolls. So that's always a nice surprise. A lot of times I get asked why I weigh up the rolls. Some people say that it takes out the fun. Well, I weigh up the rolls so I can figure out which rolls are heavier and open those rolls live for you guys. so you guys can possibly see me opening up some silver live. And then sometimes we're able to find silver in regular weighted rolls, which just makes it even more special because that's just a nice little surprise. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our semis now. We're gonna start with a 226 on the dot. And I'm not seeing anything in this roll. As always, I will double check all of these rolls after we turn the camera off, just because I don't want to make these videos way too long for you guys. So, and it looks like we're gonna have a silver right there. And we do, it's a 1968. This is an interesting one. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. 1968 Denver. And this might have been dipped in something at some point. Not sure exactly what. Actually, I think we have a similar 1968 Denver that looks just like this. But we'll take it. That's a 40% or so. 2 1968 Denvers so far. Nothing else in this roll. Let's take a look and make sure. Nope, not seeing anything. So let's go ahead and get into that next roll. So 3 silvers for box number 1. Very successful hunt so far. And box number 2, we know we've got that ender. That 40% ender, and we got quite a few heavy rolls. So far, this is shaping up to be another good hunt. The month of September started off really slow. And today is September, let me check, the 27th. So we're finishing this month off pretty strong here, it seems like. 226 on the dot. Definitely a good sign. We had a lot of silver dimes for this month. We had quite a bit of half dollars so far, and we're gonna have another one right there. If you guys can see that darker edge, I can tell by looking at that reverse that that is a silver. So let's take a look and see what year we've got. Another 1968 Denver. So it seems like that's gonna be our popular year for this hunt. 1967 and 1968 seem to be our popular years. So hopefully we can eventually pull out a 1970. That would be awesome. So another 226 roll. And I don't think I'm seeing anything in this one. That's not a silver. So let's go ahead and get into that last roll. That's going to be a 226.1. So let's see if there's anything in this roll. And I think we got one right there. We definitely have one right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So let's go ahead and pull it out. That's going to be 5 silvers for the box. This is insane. And it's another 1967. Just when I was saying 1967 and 1968 are our most popular years. So we got another 40%er for the hunt. So we'll add that to the board. That's 5 silvers so far. I'm going to go ahead and double check all of these rolls off camera. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Let me go ahead and open up roll number 1 of box number 2 here for you guys. And then we'll go ahead and cut off and I'll get into box number 2. So I'm not seeing anything so far for roll number 1 of box 2. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off here. I'll get into the rest of the box. I'll double check all of these rolls and I'll bring you guys in for our first find. Okay guys, so we are on roll number 22 and we're going to have our next find here. Now I did not take a peek at this one yet. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Almost an ender there, 2 off from being an ender. So let's see what we've got. And it looks like another 1967. And it looks like someone tried cleaning this one. As you can see all of those hairline marks on it. So we'll take it though. It's a 40% silver, so we'll take it. And we'll add it to the board. That makes silver number 6 for the hunt. So we're having a great hunt so far. Can't complain. One more silver, and we're going to have an ounce of silver. One more 40%er, I should say, as our friend Coin Roll Fishing says. So let's see if we can pull it out in this next roll. If not, We'll keep on going. And that's not a silver. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off here. We'll keep going and I'll bring you guys in for our next find. Okay guys, so we got 6 40%ers on the board and we have an ender 40%er. So it's time to get into our heavy rolls. This one's going to be a 225.8. So we got that one ender. We got 6 40%ers on the board. And we got a few heavy rolls there up top. So should be interesting. I made some room on our board up top for our silvers. So I think we're going to add a couple more. Nothing in that second semi-heavy roll. 226, so we have a, sorry, slightly heavy rolls those were, but we have a semi-heavy that snuck in with those slightly heavies. I'm definitely interested to see. We might have something here. Let's take a look and see. And we do. It's a 1969 40%er. So that's number 7. So we'll take it, and that makes an ounce of silver. Let's double check this roll, make sure we didn't miss anything here. Not approve. 225.8. So this has been a great hunt so far. We have 8 guaranteed silvers for the hunt. We have that one heavy roll left over that, not one heavy roll, as I'm getting tongue twisted. We have that one ender roll. And I'm actually really interested to see that one ender with the quarter on it. That's a pretty interesting piece there, so we'll see what that one is. 225.8. And I think that one with the quarter ender weighs in around 219. So I'm assuming it's just a flattened quarter, but just a very interesting piece, so we'll see. And another 226 that made its way into those slightly heavy rolls. And I'm not seeing anything. We'll double check this one. It's just a bicentennial. So let's keep on going here. Get into our semi-heavies now. And it seems like one of them is slightly at 225.9. And I'm not seeing anything here. And that's nothing. I flipped it over and I was double checking for that FG. It looked like it could be a proof because it had that thick edge. So if you guys are wondering why I'm taking a couple extra seconds, when I realize it's not a proof, it's because I'm trying to see if it has the FG or not. And we're gonna have another silver right there. If you guys can see that, let's go ahead and pull it out and see what we've got. And that looks like a silver to me. So let's go ahead and flip it over and see. And it's another 1967. So I think that's number 4 on the 1967. So 1967 is actually beating 1968 right now. It's going to be interesting to see which one comes out on top. We usually have those two as our most common silvers. As my stomach is starting to growl here. I'm a little hungry. Gonna make some food after I open up these rolls. And we've got a 226. So let's see. So definitely 8 40%ers now that are guaranteed. We have, oh no, sorry, 9 40%ers now that are guaranteed. We have 8 on the board. We have the ender. So let's see, 226.1. I think we might pull out at least one more 40%er. And then we have our heavy rolls, so we'll see what those have in them. And as soon as I say that, we've got one in the very next roll. Look at that right there. That is bright silvery edge. Let's see what we've got. And it's a 1965. So we're just missing 1966 and 1970 now. We got that 1965. Awesome. We'll put it on the board. And that's number 10 now we have, I believe. And let's double check this roll. That's not a proof. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of water. As I feel my voice starting to get dry. 226.1, so let's see. This has been a really successful hunt. And we've got another one. This is insane. Right there, as you guys can tell, that's a silver. And it's another 1967. So 67 is beating out 68. So let's get into that quarter roll. Let me clear that off. Get into the quarter roll, 219.4. So let's go ahead and open this one up and see what we've got here in this very interesting roll. And there's our flattened looking quarter. Let's double check this. That's nothing. And it's a flattened quarter, that's for sure. It's a 1967. So we almost had a silver quarter. And I think this one was probably ran over by a train. That's what it looks like almost. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. It's actually pretty cool. So we'll put that on the board as a find. That's so funny. Let's go ahead and save that ender for last, and then we'll go ahead and open up those heavies. We got a 226.5. Now, seeing how the other rolls went and had silver in them around 226 and up, I think we're going to have silver in here, so let's see. And we do. I see a silver. And I'm sure you guys see it too right there. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Who knows, we might have a 90. That's looking like a 90 to me. But I could be wrong. So it's going to be a Philly if it's a 90. So let's go ahead and flip it over and see what year we've got. And it's a 90. Let's go. We got a 90%er for the box. That is awesome. I don't even know how many silvers we're at right now. I've lost count at this point as I'm losing my voice again. So I'm going to take another sip of water. I've lost count like I've been saying. 226.7. So hopefully another 90. That would be awesome. And it looks like we're going to have one. It looks like it's going to be a Benji or something old, if you guys can see that from the edge. So let's see if this is anything. Doesn't look like a silver. We'll double check that one. Just looked like it could possibly be. Let's pull this one out and see. And it's a Walker. Awesome. That is awesome. So that's our second 90%er for the box. That is awesome. 1942 Philly. So let's go ahead and open up that last roll. And let's see if we can pull out a Benji. If we do, we get that trifecta. That last heavy roll. So let's see. 227.1. Fingers crossed we can pull out the trifecta and grab a Benji on this one. That will be awesome. And I'm looking at it, it's probably going to be a 64. It does have that edge that looks pretty clean, and it is a 1964. So we'll take it. That is awesome. It's going to be another Philly 1964. So we'll add that to the board. And now it's time for our ender roll. Let me double check this roll one more time, make sure we didn't miss anything. I don't see anything here. So let's go ahead and open up that ender roll. We'll wait up for you guys. 225.7. Let's take a look at it. It's going to be a 1965. So that's awesome. That makes two 1965s for the hunt. Let's pull it out here and see if there's any friends with it. And that is one bright edge. So I don't see any friends, so let's go ahead and pull it out and see what we've got. It's a 1965. Really nice condition too. It does have the ring of death, but besides that, it's in pretty decent shape. And that's a nice 40%er. So we'll add it to the board. Don't even ask how many we've got right now because I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and count everything up. I think there's 5 here, 3 here. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, plus these 3. So we're at like 14 silvers. That's insane. I'm going to go ahead, clear everything out here, clear off the desk, make sure we didn't miss anything. I'll go ahead and double check everything, and then I'll bring you guys in for the wrap up. Okay guys, so we didn't miss anything in any of those rolls, so let's go ahead and get into the wrap up. We did really well in this hunt, so I'm very excited to get into the 2 sister boxes that we have that we picked up from the bank. So let's go ahead and, if I can grab this one, take a look at our find. So our oldest find is this 1942 Walking Liberty $50. This one's going to be a filly. So very cool. It's actually in really good condition. Very happy with that. We got 2 more 90%ers. We got this 1964 filly, and we have another 1964 filly that we'll take a look at. So 3 90%ers for the hunt. That's a score right there in itself. And we got 11 40%ers. So let's go ahead and take a look. We won't take a look at each one. We'll just take a look at one of each year. So we got a 1965, 2 1965s, I should say. We did crazy with these 1967s. We got 5 of them. We got 3 1968s, so the 67s beat out the 68s this hunt. This one has that interesting toning or whatever it might have been dipped in or whatnot. And then we got a 1969, so we're still hunting for that 1970, 1969 Denver here. So still looking for it. Hopefully we'll be able to find it before the end of the year. And then we have this interesting quarter. Let me know what you guys think happened to this quarter, if a train ran over it or if it got hammered out. But it's a 1967 and pretty cool, interesting little find here. So let's go ahead and take our finds and add them to the silver jar for the month of September. We have at least one more hunt left in us for the month of September, those 2 boxes, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have silver in them. So we have let's take a look at what we've got here. This is just awesome. And we have, let's see, 5 right there. Another 5, so we got 14 total, so almost 15 silvers this hunt. That's insane, as I'm about to drop 1. So that's insane, 14 silvers, crazy. So let's go ahead and add it to our silver jar for the month of September, and this thing is getting heavy, so that's always a good sign. And yeah, look at that, wow, that's awesome. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below, as well as leave a comment and subscribe if you guys are new around here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on our next hunt.